He hates AEW as much as CM Punk. He cusses more than Stone Cold in his prime, and he loves Rhea Ripley. This is We Are Not Entertained with Tommy Haley.
Hello everyone, welcome to this special edition of We Are Not Entertained. I'm your host, Tommy Haley. First of all, it's been a while, hasn't it? I mean, to be fair, I'm usually doing these segments on BTT, but since it's WrestleMania weekend, or just the week of WrestleMania, it's basically Christmas for all the wrestling fans. We've got, we had the Go Home show for Raw on Monday. We had NXT's Go Home show for Stand and Deliver on Tuesday. I guess Dynamite's today, but really no one gives a shit about that anymore. And then we have SmackDown on Friday, and then boom, WrestleMania on Saturday night, Stand and Deliver Saturday afternoon, and then Sunday, WrestleMania night too. So with this, we're going to do something a little different. It's just going to be predictions, my thoughts on what's going to happen on just Saturday. So there's that. Night 2, I'm not going to give any predictions for night 2 because guess what? We're going to be live streaming that shit. Yeah. So we're going to get predictions live before the show even starts. So let's get started with Stand and Deliver. I'm going to be honest, I haven't watched a single shred of NXT. The only thing that has kept me interested in NXT really is Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes. Basically, how do I explain this in layman's terms? Oh, I don't know. It's just, HBK's version of Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano with what Hunter had in his version of NXT. So, and I'm going to be honest, I'm glad that this is main eventing. So I will predict that last. So we first will start with the NXT title with Ilya Dragunov and Tony D'Angelo. I'm not going to lie. I am very much ready for Ilya to come up to the main roster and be in the IC title scene. Do I think that's going to happen anytime soon? Well, there was something that came out, I think like a week or so, or a couple of days ago, that talked about Ilya on Fightful Select, where it talked about how he's basically like one of the veteran presence on NXT, or that's in NXT right now, which I'm not going to lie, is very helpful that someone like him, someone like Ilya, is in NXT right now, helping the younger talent get situated to the WWE style. Do I think he needs to hold the title now? No. Is Ilya ready to go to the main roster? Yes, absolutely. He's been ready ever since this is his, second time around? Well, technically his first time around was with the UK title, but that's different. But he's main roster ready. He has been main roster ready for the past, I'd like to say, ever since he got the NXT title. So, with that, I have Tony D'Angelo winning. So, that means usually if whoever's holding the NXT title is always main roster ready, and if they lose it on a takeover or a pay-per-view or a premium live event, that means, yeah, they're definitely going to the main roster. So, I have Tony D'Angelo winning. The next match we have on here is NXT Women's Championship match between Laya Valkyria and Roxanne Perez. I'm going to be honest, I haven't watched NXT in God knows how long. So, it was still black and gold the last time I watched it. But, I mean, I think Roxanne's going to win the title. I think so. She's like, I just feel confident in Roxanne winning this title. And Laya Valkyria, I don't know. I got Roxanne winning. The next match we have is for the NXT Tag Team Championships, the Wolf Dogs, which is the team of Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker, going up against the team of Axiom and Nathan Frazier. I'm going to be honest, I think the team of Axiom and Nathan Frazier win. Because I feel like you can have Baron Corbin stay in NXT, get that veteran presence, and then you can have Braun go to the main roster and then basically be a fucking wrecking machine. Make him be a Paul Heyman guy too while we're at it. That'd be perfect. So, that's who I have winning the match. NXT Stand and Deliver for the North American Championship. It's a triple threat match between Oba Femi, Dominik Dijakovic, and Josh Briggs. Oh, sorry. Dijak now. Sorry. And Josh Briggs. I've seen highlights of Oba Femi wrestle. I don't think that title's going away. they're going to get that belt off of him anytime soon. I think he's a good North American champion right now, so I think he retains. That match probably will be good too. We have a 6-women tag team match with Thea Hale, Fallon Henley, and Kalani Jordan. I've never heard of these women. They were probably found on HBK's Discovery page on Instagram. They look the part. Going up against JC Jane. I do know her. She was with Mandy Rose for a bit. And then Kiana James and Izzy Dame. I don't know. JC Jane's team wins. So. And then we have a pre-show match. What? A pre-show match with Shawn Spears. Yes, Shawn Spears is in WWE now, not as Ty Dillinger or Stan. Those of you know, you know. Going up against Joe Gacy. I think Shawn Spears picks up the win here. I think they got to establish what Shawn Spears is going to be doing in WWE. Do I think Shawn will stay on NXT for a couple months, then make a main roster? Quite frankly, in my opinion, no. It'd be nice to have someone's veteran presence, you know, like Baron Corbin, Shawn Spears, Dominic Dijakovic, like those kind of guys that have, you know, been around the block, especially with Baron Corbin and Shawn Spears, who have been on main roster for a while. It's nice to have that veteran presence and, you know, them being like, hey, maybe you can do this, this, and this. Basically be the guiding hands for the next generation. That's pretty much why they're down there, which honestly is a very good thing. But for the women's division, that's a different story. Just go look at the women's division in NXT, and then you'll be like, wow, Shawn Michaels has a wild ass Instagram page. So there's that. And then the main event of Stand and Deliver, Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes. Honestly, in my opinion, this could have been for the NXT title, but I'm actually kind of glad that it's a non-title match because they can save that for, I don't know, maybe. I don't think Trick's main roster ready. Carmelo is definitely main roster ready, so it's only a matter of time before we see Carmelo on SmackDown or Raw, which is going to be very interesting to see. But my honest opinion, I really feel like, man, this being a straight up singles match, this does not vibe with me. I really feel like this could have been, you know, the three, like what Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano did, where Johnny picks a match type, Adam picks a match type, and then whoever's the GM of NXT picks the match of their choosing. I think it's a 3 Stages of Hell match. I don't remember what it is, but it's basically, you know, 2 out of 3 falls match. So with like match stipulations of like the opponent's choosing and then the GM tuning. With that being said, Trick Williams is like one of the best things going in NXT right now. I ain't gonna lie. The crowd literally doing the ad, like literally last Tuesday, you literally could hear the crowd do the ad-libs Booker T does when you hear Trick Williams' theme, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm worried that we won't hear that on main roster, which is gonna stink. But with that being said, I think Trick Williams goes over here. I really do. I think Trick Williams picks up the win. I mean, Carmelo has shown that he is head over heels ready to go to the main roster at any moment. So, with that being said, I think Trick Williams, if Ilya drops the NXT title to Tony D'Angelo, I really feel like Trick is going to be the next NXT champion. And then we'll figure out what goes from there. So, to recap, I have Trick Williams winning. I have Tony D'Angelo winning. I have Roxanne Perez winning. I have the team of Axiom and Nathan Frazier winning the tag titles. Oba Femi retaining the NXT title, or the North American NXT title. And then JC Jane's team's winning, and then Shawn Spears winning. So that's going to be my predictions for Stand and Deliver. I probably won't be watching it because I work that Friday before WrestleMania, night 1. So there's that. Speaking of WrestleMania night 1. Now, I'm going to recap what the prediction. So we talked about this on BTT, Big Time Talkers. If you guys want to go listen to that, go ahead. Shameless plug. So during my segment, we talked about WrestleMania, all that stuff like that. And like we said, we're going to be streaming night 2. So look out for that. But I was like, guys, I would like your predictions for night 1. So this is the night 1 card. So we have I believe this is the official match card, like the official card from WrestleMania night 1. We have Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Title. Excuse me. Gunther and Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental title. The 6-pack tag team ladder match for the Undisputed titles. We have the brother versus brother match between Jimmy and Jey Uso. We have it's the team of Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill, which is basically the babyface version of the Nation of Domination. I can't believe we thought about that. No one has thought about that yet. Versus Damage Control, which is like the team of Asuka, Dakota Kai, and Kairi Sane. And then we have LWO versus Dominic Mysterio and Santos Escobar. The members representing the LWO are Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. And then we have the main event, The Rock and Roman Reigns versus the Avengers, which are represented by Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. So I'm going to go through the match card, and I'm going to give my predictions and my thoughts and some other stuff. So with that, we'll start with the Women's World Title between Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley. I'm going to be honest here. I have Rhea retaining because for one reason and one reason only. I really feel like, one, it's perfect that it is on Rhea Ripley right now. The belt looks good. I'm not like the internet wrestling community. Before I say anything, I'm not like the internet wrestling community, and it is ridiculously down bad for Rhea. I like her moveset. She's great in the ring. She can cut a promo like no one's business. She's the overall total package. She's like the overall total package. She's like one of the faces for the women's division. With that being said, I have her retaining for one reason and one reason only. Look, I like Becky. I just don't think it's always that thrill of the chase kind of thing. I don't expect Becky winning. I think it'll be close. I think Becky will put up a good fight, but I really feel like Rhea could go another year plus with this title and then have Bianca challenge for it at next year's WrestleMania, and then boom, that's a moneymaker right there. Having pretty much what have been, without a doubt, in this renaissance of the WWE, the two faces of the women's division. I get Becky's still here, Bayley's still here, Charlotte's out with injury, but, I really feel like Bianca and Rhea have just established themselves as the flagships of the women's division on both sides of the roster, with Rhea being on Monday Night Raw and then Bianca being on SmackDown. Now, is the roster subject to change? Are they going to do a draft? Who knows? My best guess is maybe, or whatever happens. I don't know. But yeah, I have Rhea retaining because I really would like to see a year plus from now, Rhea and Bianca for the title. Or hell, maybe Jade. I don't know. Who knows? With that, the next match we have is the IC title. Then again, to be fair, we have no idea how the card is going to go. We don't know what's going to open the show. We definitely know what's closing the show. So, I'll get to that in a second. So, with that, I had the IC title match between... Oh, by the way, for the predictions Brock and Ben had, both of them had Rhea retaining. The IC title match between Gunther and Sami Zayn. I'm going to be honest. I really feel like, in my honest heart of hearts, this should have been Chad Gable. This should have been Chad Gable's fucking moment in the spotlight at WrestleMania against Gunther for the IC title. Like, really wish this would have been him. But Sammy has convinced me with some of the promos he has done as of late that, yeah, he definitely deserved this title shot. Especially that vignette he had with Chad on Monday night, where he's basically pretty much 2014 Daniel. This is like a 2014 Daniel Bryan kind of deal. So, but unfortunately, I don't think Sammy's going to win the IC title. I think they're going to, I know, like I said, and we said this, I'm pretty sure, on BTT. They're going to keep that belt on Gunther as long as it takes until a certain someone that has the NXT title right now to get up to main roster, and then he's going to drop the IC title. Because, let's be honest here, Ilya Dragunov was like the last person that actually legitimately beat Gunther. We don't talk about it. I mean, Gunther was in NXT for a bit. I'm pretty sure he was NXT champion. I don't remember. But I don't think he was, actually. I could be wrong. But anyway, I feel like Gunther wins this match just for the sole purpose of, yeah, he's a fucking great choice as IC champion. And they're going to keep that belt strapped around his waist until Ilya Dragunov comes out of the main roster. And then they can have that match at SummerSlam. Oh my god, if they have that match at SummerSlam, I'm going to... Oh. But anyway, Ben actually has Sami Zayn winning this. Brock is in agreement with me. We both have Gunther retaining this. So there's that. The 6-pack challenge. Now, the 6-pack ladder match. Now, I have to reiterate with this, and they said this on Monday night. Either this match doesn't end until one team pulls down both belts or multiple teams pull down the respective branded belts. Like, if one team pulls down the Raw belts, they are the Raw Tag Team Champions. But the match will still go on until someone pulls down the SmackDown Tag Team titles. So, with that, let me pull up the teams for WrestleMania for the 6-pack ladder match. So we have the teams consisting of the Judgment Day, which consists of Finn Balor and Damian Priest. The Awesome Truth, yes, the Awesome Truth is back together. What is this? Fuck, what year was it they were tagging? It's like 2011? I don't remember what year it was. Anyway, the Awesome Truth, the team of Miz and R-Truth. The New Day, which consists of Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. DIY, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Or DX, as R-Truth likes to call them. And then New Catch Republic, which is basically British Strong Style, of the team of Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. And then A-Town Down Under, which is Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. I'm going to be honest. I am a person that has always been apropos ever since they unified the tag titles. I'm getting to the point where they just need to split them because there are too many good tag teams just for it to be on one show where you have, like, you know, the Creed brothers, pretty sure they're on main roster, you know, Creed brothers, Alpha Academy, other members of the LWO, trying to think of other ones, Viking Raiders, AOP with Alpha and Razor, Occam and Razor. But with that being said, I don't think we're going to see the splitting of the belts just yet. I think the way they're telling the story, I feel like the team of the Awesome Truth is going to win both belts. And I don't know, man. I really feel like they just need to desperately split these belts. So with that being said, I have the team of Miz and R-Truth, the Awesome Truth, winning the Raw titles. And then I have DIY winning the SmackDown titles. So yes, I have the belts being split between the Awesome Truth and DIY. Rock decided to say no, he's going to have the Awesome Truth win both the Undisputed titles, and then Ben had the New Day winning the Undisputed titles. So there's that. They desperately need. I have my grievances with the Undisputed tag titles right now. I'm not going to go over that, but I'm just going to leave it at that. They need to split these belts. Thank God they're going to do that on Saturday night. The next match is the brother versus brother match. Jimmy Uso versus Jay Uso in a straight up singles match. No match stipulation. No nothing. No false count anywhere. It's a no DQ. A no disqualification match is nowhere to be in sight. Just a straight up 1-on-1 scheduled for one fall wrestling match. Brother versus brother. These are the kinds of. By the way, I think this is like the 4th or 5th time we're legit brothers. I believe this will be the 4th time in WrestleMania history that a legitimately brother versus brother has gone head to head at WrestleMania. But there's someone gonna be like, oh, what about Kane and Undertaker? They are brothers in kayfabe, but they are not legitimately actual blood-related brothers. That being said, I have Jimmy winning. Or Jay winning. Sorry, Jay. I have Jay Uso winning. I don't know why I said Jimmy. Jimmy is probably one of the most unserious wrestlers there. But I have Jay winning this match. He is over like Rover right now. And why wouldn't you have him going over against his own brother? I mean, it's kind of like obvious that they have Jay winning this match. Does this match need a stipulation? Yes. Would it have been awesome to see an ambulance match between these two? Fuck yes. No disqualification? Fuck yeah. Last man standing? Yes. Just a straight up Philadelphia street fight? Yes. Like any match stipulation where it's a no disqualification, I would have loved to see this. But somehow, in some way, they didn't do it. This would have been the perfect opportunity to have this match, but no. It is for a 6-man tag. It is for a six-man 3-on-3 match on Sunday between two teams that I could fucking care less about. And we'll talk about that Sunday. But yeah, I have Jay winning. I have Jay. Jay Uso, main event. Jay Uso is winning this match. That's who I have. Brock also has Jay, and Ben has Jimmy. So, there's that. Now, we have the female Nation of Domination going up against Damage Control. The members of the Nation are Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi. I'm not going to lie. I feel like this was a last-minute addition match because you had Bianca Belair pretty much doing nothing. And then you had Jade Cargill, which you need to establish her as a, big superstar, which they pretty much did when she showed up on SmackDown. Fuck, that shit was amazing. And then you have Naomi there, and then you have the members of Damage Control that aren't named Io Sky because, she's going to be wrestling all night, too, against Bayley. And then, it's pretty much, as much as I hate to say it, this is just probably a late addition to get these 6 women on the card, which I hate to say that, but I feel that's what it feels like. With that being said, I got the Nation winning because you got to make Jade Cargill look like $1 million. Not that she already has shown that she already showed that shit at the Royal Rumble, that she is a main eventer to stay in the women's division. But you got to make her look like $1 million here. What better way to do it than a tag team match? So, I have the Nation winning. That's pretty much it. The next match is the LWO versus the team of Dominic Mysterio and Santos Escobar. I like how this whole entire storyline between Santos Escobar, basically turning on the LWO, it had nothing to do with Dominic Mysterio, but he saw his dad was at WrestleMania. He was like, oh yeah, I gotta fight my dad again. So there's that. So Rey Mysterio, so the members that are representing the Latino World Order are Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee, and then, we have the team of Dominic Mysterio and Santos Escobar. I ain't gonna lie, I have Santos and Dominic winning this match. So, oh yeah, by the way, for the previous match, Brock and Ben's predictions, they both got the nation, so all three of us have the nation domination, so there's that. This one, I have Dom and Santos winning, because what better way to get more heat than having Dom beat his dad? Then again, Dominic Mysterio always gets heat no matter where he's at. He got booed on his wedding. That's a fucking heel right there. So, do I think Andrade is going to show up during this match? Maybe. Who knows? But Brock also has the team of Dom and Santos, and then Ben has the LWO. I mean, that's going to be a very entertaining match. I'm not going to lie. And then we have the main event. The thing everyone has been talking about. Literally the sole reason why we are in probably the greatest Renaissance era WWE has had since, I don't know, pre-PG era. So, latter day Ruthless Aggression. So, the Bloodline going up against the team of Seth and Cody. So the Roman is actually doing something for once. He's wrestling 2 days in a row. I'm going to say that again. Roman Reigns is wrestling 2 days in a row. So is Seth. So is Cody. But it's just the sheer fact that Roman decided to not be an absolute dick and be like, nah, I'm only going to wrestle one night. He's going to be like, yeah, let's wrestle 2 nights. So the stipulation for this match, there's a stipulation for this match. It's a tag team match, but if the Bloodline wins on Sunday night, it is a Bloodline rules match for the undisputed Universal title between Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. What Bloodline rules is, it's basically a no DQ match. You can have run-ins like crazy, and then if Cody and Seth win, then the entirety of the Bloodline, no Jimmy, no Jay, no Solo, no Paul Heyman, no Rock, they will all be barred from ringside. Now, if Cody and Seth win, are they actually going to be really barred from ringside? No. I feel like we're going to have a ref distraction, and then Solo's going to fucking hit the Samoan spike, and then Roman wins, which I don't want that happening, for the love of God. I have the Bloodline winning this tag match for the sole reason of what I think, and I think Brock also agreed with me on this, on what's going to happen on night 2. So they're basically this entire match build up between Roman and Cody is pretty much the best way to describe it is Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, where last year at WrestleMania, it was Infinity War, where the good guys actually lost, all that kind of stuff. And then now we're in an Endgame, where we basically have to run it back. This time, it's going to be even worse. They're going to try to find a way. The sole reason why I have the Bloodline winning, and by the way, Brock and Ben also have the Bloodline winning, is for the sheer fact of, I hope to expect, since it's basically a no DQ match, we're going to have run-ins from, I hope, John Cena, Jey Uso, Do I think Seth's going to intervene somehow? Seth's going to help on night 2? Yes. But the sole reason why I want the Bloodline to win is I want to hear glass shatter on night 2. I don't care what people think. I don't care if some people think this whole entire storyline has been an overbooked nightmare. I'm going to enjoy it. Like, this is probably the most entertaining and the most amount of WWE I've watched in, I don't know, God knows how long. And this is the most popular it's been in God knows how long. I get it. Dwayne can sometimes push his ego around, and that was almost going to happen between The Rock and Roman. Cody was going to have to wait another year. But I'm going to be honest, and everyone also agrees with this. Some people could disagree with me, and I, quite frankly, I don't care. You're probably a Roman Reigns fan if you disagree with me. The feud between Roman Reigns and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson does not need to be for the title at all. That match has enough drawing power for it to be a non-title, like a match without the World Heavyweight title or the Universal title. It doesn't need it. Like, just flat out, it doesn't need it. That feud is, they've been building this feud up for like the past fucking 10 years, being like, oh yeah, here's The Rock, or yeah, here's Roman, he's, the guy, even though it took him 8 years to get over, like, we were shoved down our fucking throats. But the title reign right now with Roman, it's getting insanely repetitive because we know what's gonna happen. Fucking Roman is on the ropes. Paul's gonna distract the referee. Here comes Solo. He hits the Samoan spike while the ref doesn't see it. And then Roman hits the spear, or Roman hits a couple Superman punches, hits the spear. 1, 2, 3. Roman retains. We saw that at the Rumble. And we've seen that since Clash of the Castle in what? Shit, what was that? 2022? I think? Yeah. It's been like this the past 2+ years. Roman's defended the title. He's on the ropes, and then there's outside interference from Solo Sikoa in a hoodie. Motherfucker, we know it's you. We know it's you. Don't act all surprised. Don't slowly reveal the hood, revealing that it's Solo Sikoa. We already know it's you. Like, this is basically what Super Cena was back in the height of the PG era. 5 moves of doom, AA, or the STF, taps out, 1, 2, 3, John Cena wins. With that being said, I got the Bloodline winning because I just want to see an overbooked mess for the main event of night 2. Everyone's going to eat it up. I'm going to eat it up. I'm going to go absolutely insane because Cody has to finish the story. He has to finish the story. With all of this build-up, it makes no sense if they keep the title on Roman. Roman has already established, Roman's had this title for 4+ years. It's time for a change. It is time for a change because, like I said again, his matches are getting repetitive. They're always a slow, methodical 20+ minutes, and then the outside interference happens, he retains, and then he fucks off for another couple months until the next big pay-per-view. I'm sick and tired of seeing that. Do I hate Roman Reigns? No, absolutely not. If you watch the A&E thing they did on him, I'm surprised that he's still even wrestling because he's, immunocompromised, he's had cancer, and he's still taking medicine for all this kind of stuff. So, it's just impressive that he is still wrestling right now. Now, I don't hate Roman. I don't. Finally, I don't hate Roman Reigns because for one reason and one reason only. He wasn't shoved down our throats. This was an organic kind of thing. This wasn't an overly being like, oh, here's Roman Reigns. No one else matters. Here's Roman Reigns, and he was establishing himself, beating the main event players when he had the Universal title. Beating Kevin Owens, beating Randy Orton, beating LA Knight. All these people. Drew McIntyre, Brock Lesnar 2 or 3 times, Goldberg. I could fucking care less about Goldberg, but it's time for a change. It is so time for a change, and I know I'm spoiling who I have winning night 2, but it's time for a change. It's time to finish this story. Other than that, that's all I got. These are all my predictions. So, to recap, all 3 of us have Rhea Ripley retaining the women's title. Me and Brock have Gunther retaining the IC title. Ben has Sami Zayn winning. For the tag team ladder match, Brock has the Awesome Truth winning both titles outright. Ben has the New Day winning both titles outright. I have the titles being split between the Awesome Truth and DIY. The Awesome Truth having the Raw titles, and then DIY having the SmackDown titles. In the brother versus brother match, me and Brock both have Jey Uso, and then Ben has Jimmy Uso. And then the female nation of domination between Damage Control, we all 3 of us have the nation. And then in the tag team match between the LWO and Santos and Dominic Mysterio, me and Brock have Dominic Mysterio and Santos Escobar winning. Ben has the LWO winning. And then in the main event of night 1, in the tag team match, we all have the Bloodline winning. Because of all the stuff that's going to happen tonight too. But you'll have to wait for that Sunday. Other than that, this has been this special edition. This has been Prediction Mania. I don't know what to call this. But other than that, I've been Tommy Haley. You guys can find me on Twitter at dude_rex14. You can find the Twitter account You can follow B Card Entertainment at B_card ENT. Remember, people, the B, the C, and the E are all capitalized in the username. The D and the R are capitalized in my username at DudeRex14. And then at B_card ENT, the B, the C, and the E are all capitalized. Obviously, you're all going to see all 3 of our faces live on Sunday night. BTT already went live. EOS probably has gone live by now. They probably Ben and Brock probably talked about more Missouri stuff. But yeah, other than that, I've been Tommy Haley. This has been a special edition of Wayne. Take care, everyone. Cody must finish the story.
This has been We Are Not Entertained with Tommy Haley. Tune in this Sunday for live reactions to WrestleMania on Night 2. With special guests Brock Gordon and Benjamin Duncan.